are my everything. Oh my word, guys. Welcome. Oh my word. Guys, welcome, guys. You're waiting, Genesia. Genesia, you waiting for me? You've been waiting for me, honey. Yard food's been waiting for me. I am here growing my own. Growing my own. How are you doing? I haven't seen you. Happy New Year to you all. I haven't seen you all. I haven't been on live too much since the year started. My face look shine so. But guys, you see, I'm just coming home from you know where. So I am here. I am here. I am here. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Good night to you all. Thank you all so much for coming into another session of Red Flag Review. Oh boy, guys. Guys, this red flag review is starting to get funnier and funnier. And believe you me, guys, I have gotten so many opportunities to laugh at myself that for those who are waiting in the wings, or for those who can't help themselves, they just have to go into my channel, go on my videos and make some ugly comments, and they have to go on my video on Unstoppable or wherever else on the internet they might find my story, and they can't get enough. They just seek me out just to tell me how stupid I am and all of that. Be my guest. Have fun, guys. I see you all are having so much fun, seeking me out all over, and just not for no other reason, but to remind me of how stupid I am and to remind me of how foolish I am. And I just have your way, have your way, have your way. Have your way, because as they say, guys, some people don't know. Well, none of us know what is ahead of us, but some people believe that ahead of them it's all nice and rosy. And I don't wish any ill on anybody. I hope everybody have a nice, wonderful, and fantastic life. I don't want to hear that anybody has lost faith, friend, or favor. I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to have a good life. We know it's not always possible, but that's my wish. That is my wish for everybody. So I see you guys. But I'm not here to address all those naysayers and those negative Nancy's. I'm not here to address them. I am here to talk, to have adult conversation, to talk about to talk about all everything that I've been through. I mean, just to talk. I'm not harboring any feelings, but I feel like I have a responsibility to share my story because I want others to hear it, and I want people to use it as a learning tool, and I want people to be able to refer to it and use it as a guide to say, you know what, not the same thing that happens to everybody else will happen to me. And because this happened to Trev, I don't think it's gonna happen to me, but at least I am aware of the possibilities that it is possible that this could happen. And so I have to protect myself. So welcome into the live stream, guys. If it is your first time on my channel, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. When you come in, do not forget to hit that like button. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, now is a fantastic time to do so. We've been on our way to 800 for a while. And so we are still on our way. In Jamaica we say one cook a full basket. Yes. The longest journey begins with the first step. Well, I never in my wildest dream imagined that I would get to I would get to 700. So no, no, I'm at 700 and something. So we are moving, we are going. So once you come into the chat, guys, do not forget to hit the like button. Do not forget to comment in the comment section so that we can see that you are here, we can talk, we can communicate with each other. While I am talking to you all here, I have one thing here that I must do as well. Come on in, guys. Do not be afraid to come on in. Do not be afraid to hit that like button. I don't want to be sitting here talking to myself. I want to be talking to real live people out there in out there in the virtual world. Oh no, 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 no. It wasn't what I was gonna do. I want to be talking to you all. So come on in. Do not be afraid to come in. Once you come in, hit the like button, say something in the chat so I can see that you're there and we can have a conversation. You all see the topic. You all see the topic when I put out that premiere today. I thought, well, may as well. May as well. Right, Walrich? How are you doing, my love? How are you doing? So good to see you. So good to see you. And I just came in, Walrich, and I was like, you know what? I have to get this thing out of the way. I have to get this done. I have to get it done tonight. I have to get it done. And I'm like, no matter what happens, I will get it done. Because guys, you see, when I am like so busy and I like keep putting off my life. I say, okay, man, I don't have to do the live right now. I will do the live tomorrow. Oh, I will do the live the next day. Oh, I will do the night. I will do the live the next. And you know, then I realized, I had 8 hours and I did something else that I was supposed to do. And I was like, I could have did sneak in 2 hours of live in there. So. So guys, that's where I have been, along with my computer problems. But tonight I am going to be talking about the letter. You all saw that thumbnail that I put up. Aridata, how are you doing, my love? So good to see you. Currently, I'm seeing like 4 million people in the house. Guys, don't be afraid to come in. Come on, our bark is worse than our bite over here. I have been good in a while, Rich. I've been good. See, I just got home from work, go take a shower, wash my ear, and I have to be here because there are some things that you must do, and when you must do it, you just have to do it. When you must do what you have to do, you just have to do what you have to do. I am trying here to hook up this our daughter says she good. All right, sis. All right. All right. Good to see you guys. When you come into the chat, let me know that you are there. I love to say hello to the people in the chat. I love to say hello to my regular travelers in the chat. And also, I love to say hello to the newbies, to the new people who come into the chat. I like to say hello, and I like to see new people. Yeah, I like to meet new people. I really do like to meet new people. So come on in, guys, and let me see. Oh yeah, my dear sister Sylvia is here. All right, Sylvia, good night. Sylvia, good night, and all the travelers. Yes, good night, guys. Good night to everybody. I want to put up something here, so guys. I don't know why this. I didn't put the live. I don't know who wants to come up tonight, but what we are going to do tonight is we are going to assess, and evaluate a portion. Sharon! Sharon is in the place. How are you doing, Sharon? We are going to be evaluating a portion of the letter. You all remember we talked about the letter, the email? Yes, we are going to be evaluating a portion of it. All right. So I'm going to be putting up a part of it. I have not taken anything out. I have left typos, everything. I have not removed. I have not removed anything from it. Hold on there, guys. I have not removed anything from it. So we are going to be, I just need to, I just need to, I don't know why that came up. That was not the intention at all. What is this? Oh boy, guys, you see, that's why this computer thing here, so ever they give me all kinds of issues. But anyway, we are getting it done. If I could only, all right, I'm going to come off screen and fix this, guys, but we are still talking. We are still talking because I don't know how StreamYard got up there when StreamYard is not supposed to be up there. Yeah, StreamYard is not supposed to be up there because I have my other overlay, so I don't know why StreamYard end up being there. That is not supposed to happen. Oh my word. Watch just so. All kinds of things happening here. Why this won't hide? All right. I don't know what's going on here, guys, to be honest with you now. I absolutely have no idea why this thing comes up here. Uh-oh. Exit full screen. I don't know why that photograph ended up being the overlay, but that's not what I am planning on talking about at all. So I don't know why StreamYard put that. I don't know why StreamYard put that up there. I'm trying to get it down. I'm trying to get it down, but it's not coming down, guys. Okay, so somebody have to help me get this down. Guys, Trev is lost right here. So with this thing, I don't know how that thing came right over in my face right there. That was definitely not the intention. Definitely not the intention. Was definitely not the intention. Okay. All right, looks like we're getting somewhere. Looks like we're getting somewhere, guys. Y'all know me and the computer. Me and the computer. I don't know why the computer is giving me all these problems, guys. I don't know. Delete. Yeah. But anyway, I'm coming back in the chat. Let me come back and see what everybody else is saying. Let me come back and see what everybody else is saying in the chat. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, you text me while Rich. What did it say? Me never see it. Sure. No, I did not see it. Yes, Yard Foods. You know, so we edit. Yard Foods. all of these issues, I don't even know. I don't even know why I'm end up with these issues. But I don't know also who wants to who wants to come up and chat with me, because we are going to be doing this evaluation, and I would not mind if somebody comes up and chat with me. So I'm going to be putting the link. I'm going to put the link in the chat. And if there's anybody who wants to come up on the live, you are certainly welcome. You are welcome to do so. There we go. All right. Looks like I'm getting somewhere. Looks like I'm getting somewhere, guys. I am indeed getting somewhere. See that? Not background. Hold on, guys. Not video. Add that. There we go. See how easy that was? Teacher P, you know something just think about you. I just thought about you. Just a while ago. I looked on my phone and I saw a game that I had done about 2 months ago, and it had you in there. I don't think you were there on that live, but it had you on it. And then here you comes. Oh boy, here you come. Welcome, Teacher P. Yard for the Trev, whenever you're doing a live stream, drop your link in the chat so people can link with you if they are new here. Oh, okay. All right. Well, the link is in the chat. Oh, not my link for my stream. Okay. But Yard Foods, your moderator, and why you not drop it in there, please? Yes, Teacher P. I was looking at the thing here and I saw your picture because I'd used them. I was doing those things if they can recognize the channels and yours. And I looked on there and I saw it. And I was like, oh, Teacher P. All things good, sis. All things good. All things good. But anyway, guys, we are not going to be spending a whole lot of time on this live tonight. We are going to cut to the chase. And I know there are some people, I know Teacher P has a background in psychology, and I know there are other people here who have, you know, who can look at BS and smell it and know what they're talking about. I want to leave it to be so open that I don't, bring on my biases onto it, because I know exactly what it is that was going on, and I don't want to corrupt your thoughts as to what you see or what you think when you read it. When you read this letter, the email. Yeah, when you read the email, I don't want my knowledge of the situation. I don't want to bring it forth and have it corrupt your thoughts by you just reading the email. Okay? So I am going to be putting up the first piece of it, and I am going to be, oh, there's the first piece. There is the first piece of it, guys. I'm not sure if you all are able to read it, or are you all able to see it? Let me know in the comments if you all are able to see it, because from my vantage point, I can see perfectly well. I don't know if it's small where you are at. You all are gonna have to tell me, because I am not sure. All right, teacher P says she's not seeing it clearly. Then how would I is there a way to magnify it? Hold on. All right, if I do that, do you see it better now when I do that? Talk to me because I should be able to see the chat. Let me see. Are you all able to see it now? Let me see. Comments. There we are. There we are. Okay, Sylvia says she can see it clearly. So maybe Sylvia is on her computer. Because Sylvia says she can. Sylvia says she can see it clearly. All right, let me see what I'm gonna. Let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I got another trick up my sleeves. All right, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm so sorry, guys. That was not how I planned on having it go. If I cut a piece of it, will it come up any bigger? Let's see. Oh boy, guys. Me and this technology here giving me everything I'm looking for and then some. Enter the studio. Tell me if you all can see it clearly.
Teacher P.
Overton.
How
How
are
are
you?
you?
How are you doing?
There we go. Okay. Oh, she says no, she can't see it. All right. This is what I'm going to do now. Let me do this. To guess. All right, guys. How is that? Is that any better? Hold on, the Walrich. Hold on. Is that any better now, guys? I am in the chat in the background, and I am listening and I am watching.
All right, there we go.
Okay, I am in the chat. Yes, it's much better. Okay. Now she says she's seeing it now. Okay, good. That's what I wanted. I wanted y'all to be able to see it. Okay, so guys, we are going to be doing the analysis tonight of this letter/email. You all know that letter/email was all about. That was the email. Yeah. Okay. So that was the email that I got that told me that I was going to be on my own. That told me that you've been on your own actually, but now you're going to be told. Now I'm going to tell you exactly what time of day it is and what is going on. So I want you all to take a look, to read it. I've not edited anything. Out of it. I see Dion Bless is in the house, and my friend Overton, I can see it, but I cannot see your beautiful face. Well, it's one or the other, Overton. It's one or the other. It cannot be both. It's it cannot be both. You have to pick your poison. You have to pick your poison, Everton. Oh boy. Yeah, so that is the first part of it. So we are going to be going over this first part, just a short we're not going to take too long on this short part here. I want to see if there is somebody who wants to come up and let us talk about this part. Let us discuss this part right here. I would love if I get a male's perspective and a female's perspective about this. He says, and somebody says they want me to read it. He says, I've been doing a lot of thinking over the last 6 years we've been together, and even more over the last few days. I've come to the conclusion that I love you, but I don't think I want to be in this relationship anymore. I know I have many flaws, which you have tolerated well. You have done for me way more than anyone else has done, which I appreciate. I can't thank you. That means I'm gonna complete that part there. It says, I can't thank you enough. Anybody know where this is going? Does anybody know where this is going? I know if you have been on my channel, you may have seen something close to this before. You may have seen it before, or you may have seen something close to it, whichever the case may be. But I would love for somebody to come up and give me their interpretation of what they think is going to happen after this, what they think, where the narrative is going. If there is anybody up here who wants to come up, I've dropped the link in the chat. So if you are in the chat and you want to come up, feel free. By all means, feel free to come on up and let the conversation start, guys. Let the conversation begin. Because I know a lot of people are going through stuff, the same kind of stuff, you know. There are lots of people who are going through the same kind of thing. Same thing. Lots of people. And people are so embarrassed. People are so ashamed. People don't want to say what they're going through because they're afraid of people, like some mean people who are always there to say the meanest things. Like I was on my story on Unstoppable yesterday. I got an email about, I guess I had responded on it some time back, and somebody responded to what I had responded to. And so I got the email. And so when I clicked on the email took me right back to this story on Unstoppable. And I was looking at what the person had responded. And I noticed that there was somebody in the chat who was saying, you know, how you should be ashamed of yourself, come on social media to tell your business and whatever. And I'm like, I mean, this is the kind of thing that happens. Shame, shame survives where there is no light. Thanks to my friend. Overton said, so why he could not do it face to face? All right, Overton. All right, Overton. That is one question. That is one question why him couldn't do it face to face. The narrative is heading somewhere, and that is why he couldn't and wouldn't want to do it face to face, because if he did it face to face, then that would not suit the narrative that was developing, the narrative that he had already sorted out in his head. It would not. It would not fit. So that is why he had to do it via email. Oh my. All right, so we have stopped right there. I can't thank you enough. Have you all assessed this part here already? Because we're going to move on. We're not going to spend the whole night on it. But we are moving on. I have another screenshot here. Wait. I must show it to you. Right there. Oh yes, guys, I'm showing it to y'all now because I want you all, when you hear me say I'm doing this red flag review, it is for others to learn. It's for others, because it's easy for us to jump up in and say, oh, red flag, she never see the red flag. Oh, how she fool so, oh, she never it's easy for us to say that of somebody else. But when we are in it, we wrap up with the red flag them and we go sleep with them at night. We go to sleep at night with our red flags wrapped up tight in them. And what I have found is that if the situation is not exposed, you feel comfortable that since nobody knows what is going on, I am free from shame, so I can just pretend that I am enjoying my life behind the scenes, while deep inside you are rotting. You are being destroyed. And it's about time that we stop destroying ourselves because of shame, or we destroy ourselves just to save face, to spare our oppressor, to spare the person who is causing us pain. We wallow in shame. Because if we come out and say, this is what is happening to me, this is what has happened to me, the other person is going to be embarrassed and people are going to look down on us small. It's about time that we normalize speaking out. It is about time that be normalized, rather than it be normal for people to be so ashamed. You cannot talk, you don't want to tell, you are just so bounded by shame, because society make us feel shame. But guess what? All the leaves are falling off my shame tree, and the trunk right now are rotten. Yes, guys, it's the trunk right now. So now that I've gone down there, I can't thank you. We are going to continue. And there you see, I can't thank you enough. Through it all, I've contributed my fair share of effort, time, and energy to this relationship. Now, I want you all to remember from the beginning, I have been thinking about this for the last 6 years. All right. So from the beginning, I have been thinking about it. Through it all, I've contributed my fair share of effort, time, and energy. I want you all to focus on that sentence right there. Through it all, I've contributed my fair share of effort, time, and energy to this relationship. Right there. I want you all to focus. Don't forget that sentence, because that sentence is going to come back later on and will help you if you're trying to analyze this thing with me. I know you are not oblivious to my actions, and it's obvious that I've never been truly here. Let me see who is this coming up here. Wild Rich. Let me welcome Wild Rich into the stream. Wild Rich.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, bro? What's going on? How you doing?
Yeah, everything good, man. uh,
Everything good? Yeah, good, good, good.
yeah, I'm just
Yeah, go
here.
on, talk.
So, what you saying about the topic?
Yes, the topic you hear we talking about, it's another night where we do our red flag review. So here I am showing y'all, I'm sharing with y'all the email that I got when the individual said that he didn't want the marriage anymore. So this is the email, but I want you all to help me decipher the email. I know there are people in the chat who have background in psychology. I want you all to be able to read the contents of this email and give me your input. What do you think is happening? What is the thought process in this email?
Well, it is a
Based
two
on the
side.
Where's the Rich?
I said that it is a two-sided story, is it? Yeah, man.
Okay. Okay.
As the woman, you should not think that way there, and the man should not make a woman think that way there. Yes,
I'm not sure me get you. Because this is not a made up email. This is a real thing. This is not something fabricated. This is a real thing.
Okay, but I'm saying that the way of the male make the female think as it shouldn't go that way. Yeah, because I'm a generally as it if me ever have someone in my life, I would treat her with respect, manners, and everything. Yes,
Right? I understand that. But since we are talking about this email that we are trying to decipher here, you read it? Are you were following along as I was reading it?
Yes, I was following along.
Right. All right. So that is what we are doing. We are trying to decipher this one. We are going into the mind of the writer. We're going into the mind of the writer based on this email. Not anything else. Just for a moment, forget anything else that you have heard me say. Forget anything else that you have listened to on my channel. Forget everything else that you have seen. We are focusing now on this email because this is giving us an inside view of the mind of a narcissist, in the mind of a manipulator, a master manipulator. So I want you all to take a look, to read it with me, and let us identify the areas in it that will clearly identify the manipulative attributes to this person, just based on this email.
Okay.
The inconsistencies, the tone, the back and forth, all of that. That's what I want us to do, because I know there are people out there who have gotten emails and letters and who also have had conversations with partners who are clearly manipulative. They say one thing today, they say another thing tomorrow. They say one thing next week, they say another thing next month. And in all of it, they're trying to put in a one umbrella to say, yes, I love you. Yes, I want this marriage. Yet, whatever they're doing, whatever they're saying, wherever they're going, none of it is matching up. So when they say that a person's actions speak louder than words, a person can tell you all day long they love you. Yeah. A person can tell you all day long they love you. But it's the actions of this person that is supposed to convince you whether or not this person is speaking the truth.
Yeah,
It
man,
should
yeah, man.
it's
That's
the
what
action.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Actions speak louder than word, yeah,
Exactly.
man. Yeah,
Exactly.
man.
So I'm going to, for those of you who have asked me to read this, I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue to read it. I told you I was to hold on to that sentence right there that said I've put my fair share of effort, time, and energy into this relationship. I know you are not oblivious to my actions, and it's obvious that I've never been totally here. I do my best to make our marriage work, but at the end of the day, I'm not truly happy. Who wants to say something about that? Because all of that right there is a summary and not a summary. All of that right there is a summary and not a summary. Let me look in the chat and see. Cause lots of people in the chat. I can't see the chat. What's going on? All right. Overtime say I should go on. All right. Let me see everybody else that roll up in the place. Let me see everybody else that roll up in the place, guys. Okay. There we go. Even one got him same so Dion bless. Sometimes things happen to build us, but at the time we see negative. There are growing says those are the people who suffer inside. That's true, growing. People suffer in silence because they refuse to come out. They are so ashamed. They're ashamed of what people are going to say. I'm not ashamed anymore. So I don't care. Them beat me bad over there on Unstoppable. Them beat me bad. When, we go, when I went over there yesterday, I was looking through the chat and I was like, woo, 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 woo. Because in front of dog is Miss Dog. There you go. Right there, so Ari daughter. In front of dog is Mrs. Dog and behind dog is dog. Yes. I see him acknowledging that. Yes. Diane says, I see him acknowledging that he is doing a stupid thing. He realized you are a keeper, but Adi don't deserve. Right there. Right there. Gotta work it out. Because that was not supposed to be mine. Growing said because he's ashamed of leaving her after all that she done. That's why he could not face. There you go. And the funny thing about it, guys, let me just say this. The funny thing about it is that over the years, I've always left the door open. I give him the opportunity. I say, listen, you're not acting right. You're not acting right. You haven't brought peace and joy. I am used to being, to having peace and, coming home to joy and happiness and stuff. And I said, you have brought none of that. So, we don't have to argue. We don't have to fight. We don't need no argument. Just take your time. Just take your things. You already get the green card. I already send you to school. You already have your license. I'm not gonna argue with you. You go on. I'm no big deal because I promised you that I was gonna give it to you. And I have fulfilled my promise. If you don't fulfill your promise, that's on you. But just in my peace of mind and keep peace in my life, go on. Go on. Me not go hold it against you, go on. And the same somebody turn on and ball, bloody murder. And say, me no want to fight for my marriage. Me no want to fight for my marriage. Me not fight for nothing. I'm not fighting for anything. You are grown and you have responsibilities and you know how to behave. You're not behaving like you're supposed to behave. I'm not fighting with you. I'm not arguing with you. Take your things and leave. And you insist you not leave if you want your marriage and you fight for your marriage and me just bear out with you and all of this. But I want to know if we continue reading. Over time, if we continue reading. All right, I'm going to continue reading. I do my best to make our marriage work, but at the end of the day, I'm not truly happy. All right. I've said this before, which made you really mad, but it's the truth. And indeed, guys, indeed, that was my daily torture. That was my daily torture. Me not happy. Me said, then if you're not happy, me no wallet your happiness in my pocket. I don't have your happiness in my pocket. If you are not happy, go on, leave, because you're the one who came. It's not like I came and made you unhappy. You're the one who came. So if you came and you find out that you're not happy, you are the one who need to go. Fair enough, Walrich? You agree with me, my friend?
But I got the point. I got the point. You see, the thing where you tell him to leave, you tell him that you get everything for him and him to go in part. I don't agree with that part.
Listen, Walrich, if you torture me every day and I tell me, say, you're not happy. You're not happy. You're not, remember, say, you don't come with nothing, you know. Remember, say, you don't come with nothing, you know. You come with zero, zilch, nada.
And you give them everything.
Right. Now you have everything to make your life comfortable. And the only thing you can give me back is every day. You torture me and tell me, say, you're not happy. I don't want to hear it.
So
happy, do what will make you happy. And if leaving is supposed to make you happy, then go ahead and do it. Leave. But don't torture me every day. If I say there is the bed not spread good, you're not happy.
Hold on. That's what I'm saying. He should have been happy because you gave him everything.
But he does not have to be happy, because the thing is, he didn't come to stay. He came with an agenda. But even if he had come to stay and you find out that, well, I think I could have a nice life here with Trev, but you know that me come with Trev, me can't bother with Trev, man. Trev miserable or Trev, whatever the case may be. You do your own analysis. For my own happiness and my own peace of mind, I'm going to leave. All right, you leave. Trev, me not happy, me not feel like me want to be here anymore, so me I go leave. Yeah, you leave peacefully. But every day you get up, me not happy. Me not happy. Me not happy. Why that torture? And I know there are people out there who are facing the same thing, where you have this individual in your life, and rather than them taking steps to make themselves happy, then if you're not happy with the relationship, you have an obligation to yourself to make yourself happy. So if you want to be happy, you got to leave, because obviously there's no happiness here for you. But don't stay in the relationship and torture the other person. And you know, I never did want that marriage here. And I never did she me the want for marriage. And I never did him me the want for marriage, you know. No, don't do that to each other. Don't do that. You don't want to be there, kindly leave. Don't torture people like that and create situations where there is none. Don't do that, because that is psychological games you're playing there with the other person. Because if in my situation now, I've done everything that I think that should make you be happy and comfortable. You don't have to like me. You don't have to be comfortable and happy with me as your wife. Because I gotta say, Lord, she older than me. Lord, she did have some people before me meet her. Okay. Know that you feel like you're young and you're strong and you can take care of yourself, and everybody out the street that want you or whatever. you can leave peacefully. You don't have to dirty up the thing. You get me, Wild Rich?
Yeah, man.
You don't have to
I
dirty,
like it, man.
you don't have to dirty it up. You can leave peacefully. Just slide on out. Just like how you did slide you with 2 suitcases, and just slide on out. You know,
No,
you don't have
man.
to dirty up the thing.
Trev.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. I say some man, not really pretty, you know, man.
Well, that is
Some man.
true. That are true. That is true. You understand? Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Them not pretty it up, but there is supposed, out of respect and a little bit of common decency, there are just some things that you just don't say and some things that you just don't do. You understand? I would have been perfectly fine if I came home one day and he was gone. And then him call me back and say, you know something, Trev? I never want to be in the marriage anymore. I'm going to bring my heart to tell you to your face or something and me gone. Well, me can't decide what him do, what he was supposed to do. He decided what he was going to do. And so this is what was done. Yeah. All right, now continue read before Overton get me. But let me see what else is in the chat. Going to say because I'm so shame. Okay. That's what I'm thinking, the unblessed. Michelle, how you doing? Michelle said, I good is Anthony. See one. Big up yourself, the lady with the voice. Yes. Good night, Michelle. Good night. All right, Everton, I'm going to go on. All right, Overton, I'm going on. All right, I reached to the point where he says, I'm not happy. I do my best to make our marriage work, but at the end of the day, I'm not truly happy. I've said this before, which made you really mad, but it's the truth. But it's the truth. I don't like the constant accusations, even when I'm innocent of everything. All right. All right. I don't like the constant accusation, even when I'm innocent of everything. Oh my guys, me mess up here, so me come out of the chat. Uh-oh. Me come out of the chat. The chat disappear, guys. The chat disappear. I think it's come back. All right. Here it is. All right, let's see what else is happening in the chat. I know my moderators are busy tonight getting rid of these spammers. Debbie is in the place. Debbie Ikpuri, how are you doing, my dear? So good to see you. I'm not sure we are connected yet. If we are not, it's a good time for us to do so. You can go ahead and watch one of my videos. Leave me a comment. All you have to do, leave me a comment, and I will definitely get back to you. Antoinette, I say, what a happy family over here. It's a blessing to everyone that takes the time out to support you. Thank you so much, Antoinette. Thank you so much. Antoinette, we're gonna do that thing, not tonight, Thursday. Thursday, we're gonna do that thing that you and I spoke about. All right. Antoinette said, but he's confused. There you go, Overton. He sounds confused in what he's saying. Look at that, man. Look at that. Overton. Look at that. Overton also says, but there was, you can't block them spam people here for me, please. But there was nothing there to fight for. There you go. There. Boy, I tell you guys, we are looking into the mind here of a master manipulator and extreme narcissist right here. We are looking into the mind of an individual like that. Kimbella, my Libra sister is here. How you doing, Kimbella? Good to see you. Good night, Yard Foods. How you doing? How you doing? Blessings to everybody. Thank you all so much. If you are not happy, just leave. There you go, growing. That's what I say too. All right. The link is further up in the chat. Watch Overton and put me in a one bind right here now because I'm using my phone to do the link and thing. And boy, I truly don't know the stress. Every time I touch something, it takes me out. If there's anybody in the chat can drop the link to this for me, please. Hold on there. Hold on there, guys. Hold on there. Let me do invite a guest. All right. Link. All right. I am getting there, guys. Don't worry yourselves. Auntie Trev getting there. Because I have to be manipulating this thing from my phone because my desktop is acting foul. The mouse isn't working properly. So the mouse isn't working properly on my desktop. So here I am. I'm going to put the link in the chat over time. Post comment. All right. I'm getting there. There is the link in the chat. There it is. Paulette is in the place. My kid's father tell me, say, is the kids keeping us together? I tell him to leave. Exactly. There you go. What you mean by is the kids keeping us together? No, don't talk to people like that. Talk about the kids. No. It's not like the kids keeping us together. If we are not happy, because we come into this as a unit, the two of us together makes a unit. And the children are collateral. Yeah, like they're extra, they're brought up. So if you cannot make me happy, how are you going to make the kids happy? And you're staying because of the kids? No. That's the first sign that you need to GO. First sign that you need to GO. All right, I have another guest on the live here. Here we go. Here is my dear Everton. I'm going to add Everton to this screen. Overton.
Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you, dear. I'm hearing you
Oh, good
perfectly
night.
well.
Good morning, good night, good morning, whatever time you
Well,
guys
it's
are.
night now for me. It's
It,
at night.
okay, it's night for you. Good night. It's
Yes,
morning for
it's
me.
night.
um, I'm enjoying your email here. Sounds really. It sounds. It's interesting, but from what I am getting, from day one, he had already made up his mind what he was going to do.
I agree.
From day one, because at the beginning of the letter, it said at the beginning of the email, it says he told you for the past how many years he's been
For the
thinking
past
about
six
it.
years, and at that time,
So
it
that
was
is telling you that
exactly
from
6
day
years.
one.
Exactly. Exactly.
So fighting for something, there was nothing there to fight for. Because if a man make up his mind that, oh, I'm not staying, there's nothing you can do
Nothing.
for him to stay.
Absolutely nothing. You're just gonna make yourself miserable. You're just gonna make yourself
Yeah,
absolutely
that's
miserable.
it. Just making himself miserable and making you miserable at the same time.
Exactly.
Because he's not gonna do what he's supposed to do because his mind is not in it. So he's not gonna do
Exactly.
what he's supposed to do. And then because he's not doing what he's supposed to do, it's gonna make you uncomfortable.
There
And
you
he's
go.
gonna be unhappy because he's not happy with what with himself either.
Exactly.
So
And at the same time, in the same breath, Overton, he says, I do my best to make our marriage
where
work.
did he do his best?
There you go.
I
There
would
you go.
like to. I unless I'm not reading. I can't read properly.
All you mean by you do your
But
best, and
what
you
was
said
there for
from
you
day
to do your
one.
best when you already made up your mind from day one that you're not going to
You said
be
from
a
day
part
one
of
you
it?
didn't want to be here, but you
Yes.
say you're doing your best to make it work.
Yeah. How did you make it work? If you didn't
Oh no,
make
how
up
you
your
do
mind already,
your
say you don't want it.
and he contributed his fair share of effort,
Yeah. His
time,
fair share of
and
making it both of you miserable.
exactly, exactly, exactly his fair share of making both of us unhappy.
Yeah.
Because when he I do my best to make our marriage work, but at the same time, I'm not truly happy. I've said this before, which make you mad.
And
Of
and then
course,
again, and
mad.
then again, it was not your fault making him unhappy. He was the one who stayed there because you gave him the choice to leave.
Exactly.
So
You've
if
got
you
the
get the
choice.
choice to leave, why are you making yourself unhappy?
That was my point. That was my point. I said, I've told you repeatedly, take your things and leave. Just like how you came, leave. Only now you are leaving. You are leaving in a better position than you were when you came. Because when you came, you had two suitcases, not a good suit of clothes on your back. Now you have clothes. Now you
Because
have,
that was the idea from day one.
yes, you have clothes, you have money, you have a license, you have green card. No, you can't fly. So why stay here and torture me every day? Every day, you're not happy, you're not happy, you're not happy. Like, what am I supposed to do about that? Everybody's responsible for
But
their
if
own
but if
happiness.
but if but if you're in a situation where you're getting up every day and saying I'm not happy,
Mhm.
why did you wait so long?
That's a great question.
Why did you
Oh,
wait for so long to leave?
Exactly. Exactly. Because you see, he wasn't planning on just leaving.
No,
And somebody
he came
somebody
with an intention, and he
yes,
was not leaving until he get what he wanted.
yes, yes. And I think somebody in the chat said
yes.
something that I
So,
found quite interesting. Hold on,
so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Those type of actions are considered to be ungrateful. Is it?
well, that is
Well,
why I'm
y-
not even address the ungratefulness.
you see the thing. I wouldn't call it ungrateful because him already ungrateful before him coming out.
Um,
Before him start, cause him make up him mind from day one. Say him just where him a in comfort and that him a go get. I told that from day one him have that in him head. This is what I want and this is what I'm gonna get. Doesn't matter how long it's gonna, but this is what I'm gonna get. As soon as I get
mhm,
it, I'm gonna make my exit. So he has to plan a strategy out.
exactly.
And he's gonna blame. He's gonna even though he himself he's trying to take some of the blame, but
Oh my God. This letter, let me tell you, every time I read it, I get more insight on it. Every time I share it, I get more insight on it. And it- I mean, this has to be the masterpiece of narcissism and
it,
the mind of
maybe
a
I
narcissist.
can't recall the word.
You- Yes, you know what I mean? The
Yeah,
mind of a
yeah.
narcissist. He's trying to take responsibility, and at the same time, he's trying to shift it.
And
He's,
yeah,
he's
that's what I'm saying. He's confusing himself as well as he's
confusing.
making it confusing for you because
Co-
at some point he's taking the blame and then he's shoving it back. So
Exactly.
where are you going?
Where are you going?
You're gonna say, "Oh, you did all you could to make the relationship work," but even though I wasn't there, something not sound right.
Exactly. Here you go. Exactly. So I
But
that's the part
how
that
did you make it work if you weren't there?
yes, you says, and it's obvious that I've never been totally here. And then you turn around and tell me,
Okay.
I have done everything to make this.
So if you're never totally there, what did you do to make it work?
There you go. There you go. Somebody with some critical thinking skills right here. Thank you for that overtime.
Well,
How did you?
yeah, it don't make no sense because if you weren't there, what could you have done to make it work if you're not there?
Right.
You
You were
have to be
never
there
there.
to make it work. You have to be there to fight for it. And he's saying that you did
Exactly.
not fight for it. So what is it that you should be fighting for?
Right. You should have been if you wanted to be there, as you
Mhm.
claim you have put your fair share in to make it work. Then you would have been there
You would have
physically,
been there to put your fair share in.
emotionally. You would have been there to put your fair share in.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to put your fear, Shannon. I said, it is obvious. And it is obvious.
I
that
think he
I've
doesn't.
never
He
been
wasn't sure of some
totally.
of the words that he was writing. I don't think he knows the meaning of some of the words.
He knows exactly what he was saying. He was saying,
Because you can't be blaming yourself when you're trying to blame somebody, but you still are blame yourself.
I guess that is how it is with these kinds of manipulative people. When people are this manipulative, that is how they are confused in their minds. They want to say yay and they want to say nay. They want to say go and they want to say come. They
Yeah.
are they are like stuck in the middle of nowhere. They want to speak the truth, but only thing that comes out is a lie.
Because every step of the way, because even when you said to him, if you already got the card, if you want to go, you can go. Um, why did he stay?
Because it's
And cause more problem. And he's
there
saying
you
no
go.
that you did not fight for the relationship. So what is there to fight? Why don't that make sense?
You weren't gonna fight for anything. You weren't
Exactly.
gonna fight for anything because you weren't there. If you and I over time have a relationship, if you and I are in a relationship and I'm not feeling you, I am not into the relationship. Yet I stay there and I milk you bone dry, and then I'm going to turn around and it's like spitting in your face by
Like
telling you that.
spitting right. It's like throwing it right back into your face.
Yeah, it's like telling you now. Well, I know you were not oblivious of my actions. I guess you saw that I was not acting like I wanted to be here. And then I compounded by saying, well, and it's obvious too that I've never really been here. I've never been totally
So he's
here.
telling you that you knew of his action.
You say, like, right, it was obvious.
Yeah. That you
You
knew
are
about his actions.
oblivious of my actions.
Yeah.
And he's right.
And
He's
then
right.
it's obvious that I have never
Never.
been totally here.
Yes, and he's
So
right because not to cut you there, Overton. He's right about that because as I told you before, I see the actions, and every time I would say to him, "You are not behaving like you want to be here. You are not acting like you want to be here. Because if you wanted to be here, you would be acting differently. Every time you turn around after deal with another woman, you cheat. Every time you turn around, you like so self-absorbed. Anything that is in this relationship that you get for yourself. You only think about yourself. You are not thinking in terms of us as a team, as a family. You only
but
think about you. And
but
it was
there
born bloody murder. He
but
was
sorry to
born
say
bloody
from
murder.
beginning there was no us.
Exactly. And every time I would bring it up, he would cry and say that, I was making him feel bad and I was thinking small of him and all of this. And then I would just throw in the towels and just leave it alone and say, okay. And then 2 days later, I have another battle to fight. So it's right. So I wasn't oblivious. I was fully aware of what he was doing. He was just not taking responsibility for what he was doing. And every time I would say to him, this is what I am seeing. This is what I'm observing. This is what I think we need to call it a day. But his whole thing was that if we are going to call it a day, he's going to call the shots.
Yeah, because that was the whole idea from day
Yes,
one.
yes.
I
He
am going to say when I leave.
Yes, yes. I am going to call the shots. I
Yeah.
am going to be the one who say when I leave. You will never say is you leave me.
So even though you were telling him, even though you gave him the door, there you go. Whenever you're ready, go. But he was not. Didn't want that. He wanted to be the one to make the decision.
Yes, he wanted to be the one to make the decision. And for narcissistic people, that's an ego boost for them.
Hmm?
Yes, that boosts their ego because they gotta be that everything has to be on their terms. So
And
you
it also make it look like it put the fault on you.
yes,
It
yes,
makes you look like the one who will take the blame for
yes, like
everything
I am
else.
the problem. And
Yeah,
then and honestly speaking, I really love the way I am. I love the way I am
you're
because
Libra there.
if I was some kind of a demon overton, he would not have to go out of his way so many times to turn me into a demon. If I was if I was some kind of evil, cruel, wicked person, the person he tried to make me out to be, he would not have had to go out of his way
to
as
do
much
that.
as he did to prove to people that I am some kind of demon.
But I'm the type of person we are, especially we Libras, the type of person we are. You gave him a lot of chances.
Lots, lots.
You gave you played it cool.
That is human. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
You
saying.
played it cool.
Yeah, man, me play it cool, man. I had to because you see, not to cut you, Walrich, but what I'm saying, over time, I had to play it cool. Why? I'm not a violent person. I'm not a
No, we
violent.
are not. But when the
But
cup is full, it's full.
it's full. It's full. But
Yeah.
I was observing the behavior,
Yes.
and I was taking notes. So even I wasn't taking any action, I was taking notes.
Mm.
And the first time that I really sat down and put pen to paper and say, Trev, you are in big trouble with this man, was the first time when he called the police. After
What?
he got, remember, the man leave, he left and went to Alabama to go spend 5 days with another woman. Told me he was in Georgia helping his cousin to promote some music. While he was gone, I found out that he was in Alabama with this particular female. I did not say a word. He called me the whole weekend. I never answered the phone. Enjoy yourself. No call my phone. When he got back home that Monday evening, as the man come to the man came through the door crying. And that's when I realized that I was in the midst of hell. He came in crying. Travis, you're wicked. Travis, you thought buddy, you're wicked. Imagine me going to Georgia and I support my cousin. I'm call you the whole weekend and you don't answer the phone. But could I even not dead on the side of the road? You think me would have do that to you, Trev? And because I knew where he was, but he did not know that I know where he was, I had to start taking notes. When I saw the man crying and trying to change the narrative. And I did not, it's just like the spirit said to me, Trev, don't say a word. Do not even reveal to him what you know. And I'm so glad I listened to the spirit. Because
sometimes for us to get to the bottom of things, sometimes we can't let them know where we are, because sometimes we're always ahead of them.
Yes.
We're always a step ahead of them, but we can't let them know how far we are with them.
So I remained quiet. I say nothing. And he came back with the story a couple days later to tell me, I'm talking to him, so he convinced me and I cry and I convinced me. Say he was in Georgia with the cousin. While I've already visited the cousin's page on Facebook, and that weekend the cousin was advertising himself in Boston. I have already done my research.
So let me get this clear. He's supposed to be in Georgia with the cousin.
He's supposed to be in
Georgia. He's in Boston.
The cousin is in Boston promoting a show. And he tell me, say he's in Georgia with the same cousin promoting this cousin music. But when I did my investigation, his phone
he didn't plan it out properly. He didn't plan what he was doing properly. That's why he got caught.
The devil make them plan, man. When you're wicked and lie, the devil.
He planned something, but he didn't plan it properly. Because I'm gonna say, I look at it now. If I'm gonna go to meet my cousin, and I am gonna have I go call my cousin and say, listen, cuz, where are you gonna be for this weekend? Me want to know which part my cousin there, so that if the story match up.
You and the cousin speaking the same language.
Exactly, we speak the same language. Any which part the cousin there, if you go check, you're supposed to. Any which part the cousin there, you must realize that them there, because whatever the cousin do, me did that too. Even though not. So he never planned film story out right. He was.
Listen, God make it happen so, because I said, God I said, Trev, about time open up your eyes.
Yeah.
It's about time. Right. So him say him there Georgia with a cousin. The cousin is on Facebook advertising himself in Boston. And when I did my investigation, his phone was in Alabama. So when I did the investigation to find out why is his phone in Alabama, that's when I discovered exactly where the phone was, the exact address where the phone was. So if it's here, so the phone was, this is where the phone is, then this is where you are.
Yes.
And this is the person who is here. So this is the person who you are there with. Because this person owns this place, lives here. So is this person you with? So I don't say a word. The spirit just a Trev don't say a word. I don't say nothing. 2 days later, though, he tried to convince me. He come back with the same narrative and accusing me of being wicked because me not answer the phone the whole weekend. So now he's trying to push it off on me to transfer the blame on me. I am the one who's making our lives difficult right now because I did not answer the phone all weekend. And look at this. I could have even been dead on the side of the road. But if you're brought down on the side of the road, you don't call me, you call 911. You call AAA. You're not gonna call me.
But if you even brought them on the side of the road, him not have no reason to brought them on the side of the road. Where him there because that's not where you are supposed to be.
Exactly.
So 6 or 1 hours later, you're totally wrong.
So then now when he came back and he was trying to give me this narrative that he was in Georgia with the cousin or whatever, I'm gonna keep ignoring him. I said, I do not want to hear anything about you nor your cousin where did them. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. And him crying. I think about a week ran off. And I think it was either a Saturday or a Sunday. Him come back me downstairs in the kitchen and him come back with the story. I tell him about, Trev, I say my cousin not gonna be a big star, because I say my cousin mash up the place. I mean, I look at him and like, Lord Jesus, look at this wicked man.
I'm poor him no say yeah,
but because of mash up the place, man, because be a big star and what. Poor him. No know I already know in the day Alabama.
You have the bill, and the receipt.
Exactly. And when I wouldn't be receptive to it, I don't want to hear. I've told you repeatedly, do not tell me because I don't want to hear where you or your cousin was. I don't want to hear. To convince me now, say I am being difficult. The man take the vacuum and fling it at the wall. Fling the vacuum in the wall and jump in a car and driveway. And I sit down and I think about it and I say, wow, the man really trying to convince me. I have the truth right here still in my hand, and he trying to convince me like he has done all along, trying to twist me on and tell me a lie. I'm just say, all right, me not say anything. About 30 minutes later, overturn, me hear somebody said, Orange County Police, anybody home? I said, police? What the police here for? So I step out, the police call me name, so they look for me. For what? I'm right here. What are you looking for me for? The police said, your husband called and say you threaten him.
Up.
What? I said, what? The officer said, yes, that's why we're here. We're investigating. Because he called and said that you threatened him. I said, threaten? I was so shocked.
That's a psychopath.
Yes. I said, threaten? The officer said, yes, ma'am. That's why we are here. He said you threatened him. Right there and then overturn. I am in a fog. I'm in a daze because to threaten somebody is not a serious offense. And to
for
think
somebody
that
to do that, to go that distance, you're literally in danger.
Yes, exactly. To tell the police that I threaten you, that is an attempt to send me to prison. So I was like, threaten? I said, no, officer. Even then I was sympathetic towards him. I was saying he could have told me. I'm like, he has told me lies before. I'm saying to the officers, I know he tells lies all the time. I know he cheats a lot, but this is taking it to another level, officer. I don't think he said that. And the officer said, yes, he did. So then the officer called back to dispatch. He said, dispatch, the caller still there? Dispatch said yes. And the officer said to him, well, we are here with the suspect. And like he would say, like, she is telling a totally different story. So I'd like to ask the caller, when she threatened him, what did she say and what weapons did she use? And I could hear him when he responded, and he said, officer, I don't want no problem, I just want somebody to talk to her. So I said, talk to her about what? You called and you said she threatened you, and we are here to investigate that threat. What did she say when she threatened you, and what weapon did she use? And he repeated the same thing. I don't want the problem, I just want somebody to talk to her. So that's when the officer was like, ma'am, I don't know exactly what's going on here, but whatever is going on here, I don't understand it. It is it's all complicated. Because here I am shocked. The officer is confused. The officer is confused, like, him say you threaten him. Now we don't want to give details about the threat. You are swearing up and down that nothing like that happened. I'm showing the officer the hole in the wall and the vacuum sitting there. The officer said, he hit you? If I was some kind of woman, I would have just started saying, yes, he hit me. I would have just started saying, but
that's what I'm saying. He could have been in more trouble, because if you said he hit you, then he could be the one in bigger problem.
My intention was never to destroy this individual. I would have never done that. So I showed the officer the hole in the wall. I said, see the hole in the wall. The officer said, you all were fighting. I'm saying, no, we weren't fighting. And I told him the exact details. I said, this is what happened last week. He went there and I found out that he was at this place, but he still does not know that I know where he was. So he's still pushing this narrative at me to say that he was in Georgia. And he still does not know that I know that he was really in Alabama. And the officer,
that's where he started to react, because you're being silent, you're not responding. Exactly. He doesn't know what's going on in your head.
Exactly. So that's when the officer started laughing, and they were like, okay, now they start to understand, because I am explaining to them. I'm like, he left, he went for 5 days. I found out that he was in Alabama, but he's still pushing this narrative at me that he was in Georgia. And because he said he was in Boston. And so he coming back at me with this narrative, and when I would not be receptive of it, he got mad, threw the vacuum in the wall, and he took off. But I never expected him to call the police and tell this lie. I never expected it. And the officers were like, okay, all right. When he comes back, if there's any problems, any fight, anything, don't be afraid to call us, because something is going on here, but we don't understand what it is. So they left. I'm confused. Let me get back in the chat.
yeah.
Let me get back in the chat. Paul, he said he don't love himself, so how is he going to love me? I tell him the door is open. Yeah, man, something you got to show them the door. Show them the door. Show them the door. The way he's trying to shift some of the blame on me. Yes, growing. Yes, he's trying to shift all the blame now on me. He was only after. He was only after the green card. He only wanted to get the green card. But when he got the green card, he was hoping. This is what I have analyzed. I have analyzed that he came only to get the green card, but he didn't want to just get the green card and leave. He wanted to make sure that he had an excuse,
a reason.
Yeah. He don't want people to say, oh, you did just go get the green card for the woman and then you left the woman.
Because then another thing about it, the way you treated him when he came, he maybe wasn't looking for you to treat him that nice.
Was not expecting it. So now him shame.
That again make him start to rethink what the exit.
Some have to change the strategy, the exit strategy. He has to change it. So he can't just run out anymore.
Because if he left like that, it's not going to look bad on you. It's going to look bad on him. And people outside are going to he's looking at what people's going to say about him when he leave. Because people are going to look at it. You treat him good and you gave him what he wanted, and he just get up and walk out without a reason.
Exactly.
So he had to create a scenario.
Yes, he had to make sure there was a story. He had to make sure that, he is the victim. He has to make sure that he has to victimize himself, make sure that he is the victim. So, oh my God. Everton, I need to get through with this letter.
Yeah, go on.
I need to get through with this letter. I've said this before, which made you really mad, but it's the truth. I don't like the constant accusations, even when I'm innocent of everything. Even when I am innocent of everything,
Even, even,
even when I am innocent,
even.
that man innocent of anything?
The word even.
Even when I'm innocent of everything. But then he admits, he says, I am not perfect. I am not perfect.
But you see, there's a pattern there. Every time he put the blame on you, then he reverse.
Hmm.
So
Yes, it's like one
instead,
blame for you, one for me.
yes,
Yes, like I gotta blame her, but I'm taking
I'm taking some of the blame too.
yeah, but he's justifying what he's the
What
blame that
he's
he's
doing,
taking,
yes.
justifying it. He's
What?
justifying
Yeah.
it. So let's read the other part of this letter now. I'm not perfect and I don't pretend to be. I have an emptiness that keeps coming back, which need to be filled. What do you think that mean, Everton?
But I'm casting emptiness on himself.
There you go. You say of an emptiness that keeps coming back, which need to
But
be
if you have an emptiness and you're in something that emptiness keep coming back, why do you stay so long?
exactly. That is one question I asked.
Because if
Okay.
I'm empty, if I'm in a relationship and I'm feeling empty, I'm not going to stay to even to finish what I wanted. No,
E- Exactly. Exactly. If you're feeling empty and you don't
it's not
you're not
working.
it's
Or
not work.
then all he had
No,
to do was sit you down and say, "Listen, this is how I'm feeling. I
exactly.
I started out wanted in the relationship, but
You don't want it no more.
this is where I am at. I'm feeling empty. I'm feeling like there's something missing. If we this and we put it together and we either go with separate ways or you decide, well, you made a decision that you were gonna give him the card anyway. So
Anyway,
you come to this and oh, okay then the relationship is not gonna be there. So but anyway, you're gonna get the card. When you get the card, you can go.
you know, but the thing is, I
There was
offered
no
him
should be no
that
problem.
option so many times. So many times I said, just leave in peace. The same way you came in peace,
Yeah.
just leave in peace. And every time I would say it, he would turn it around on me and say, I'm making him feel bad. Why keep saying that? You're hurting my feelings. And you think I'm gonna leave you, Trev? Trev, look all what you do for me. You think me I gonna left you? You think nobody can make me left you? So at the same time, he was still romancing my ego because he was still making
He
me
was
feel like
telling you what he think you wanted to hear.
right to say that yes, I appreciate you so much. I don't care what anybody else says. I still want to be with you. It's just that I have a little bit of problem here that I need to fix. But I'm not leaving you, Trevor. I'm not leaving my marriage. You're crazy. When me there, mammy, and I have nowhere to live and I have nowhere to go. Who take me eat? Who do this? Who do... And so he would always bring these things back up and say, Trevor, you realize what you do for me? You
But
realize what
right there, so he was telling the biggest lie ever because he was saying that he doesn't care. What did he say? He didn't care what people said, but
yeah,
he cared because if he didn't care, he wouldn't stay to plan all this out.
exactly, exactly, exactly. So so every time I would say to him, I would give him a rationale, this is the case. This is what we have working with. You keep doing things like, every time I turn around, there is another woman, there's another cheat. I don't want to live my life like that. I don't want this. I want to take your things and leave so that, I can go back to the peace that I had before you came. Because I know who I am, I know myself. And there's nothing that is more valuable to me than my peace. So take your thing. Me don't want to have your ear say you did it so that with woman and woman call your phone and woman text your phone and you secretly hide in a bathroom and talk to. Me don't want to live them the life. I'd rather be alone because when you met me, I was by myself. So I know how to be by myself and take care of myself. And he would just bawl. He would just bawl. Oh
Trev,
no, Trev. Oh my God, Trev. And one thing he always said to me, Trev, I want you to remember saying, no, I know you asked me if you married to you, and me asked you if you married to me. And if me never want you, me not ask you if you married to me. He would always bring that up, always say it over and over. It's as though he's giving me, he's just sort of
Yeah.
romancing ego to say, Trev, I want this because I asked for this. But your behavior is not matching up.
Your body, your mind, your words are saying one thing, but your mind is saying that your action is saying another thing.
Completely different. Exactly. So that's oh boy, my soul. But anyway, we're going to continue reading. We're going to
True.
continue this part where he says there's an emptiness that keep coming back. He says, I hate the funding. This is not funding, that was fussing. So I hate the fussing and fighting, which is something you seem to enjoy. All right. So right there, so now I'm start telling
Gonna see now, okay.
yeah, man, I tell me now, so me a fighter. I hate the fussing and fighting, which is something you seem to enjoy. I would never think of getting physical with you, but you're always eager to get physical with me. All right. All right. July 16th, you hit me in front of the kids, which I played down.
Where?
He said July
You hit
16th,
me in front of the kids, which I played.
which I played down. All right. Over time, you may not know, but me feel compelled to say it again. What happened that
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 was the
July?
day with the vacuum.
No, that wasn't the day with the vacuum. That was another day. What had happened this day? 2 nights before that, I had found a text on his phone where somebody sent him a text and said, "Listen, we had some great sex the other day."
Mhm.
When I confronted him about it, he dropped on the floor, put him on his head and say, "You have confession to make." I said, "What's the confession?" He said when he went to Jamaica the year before, he had gone to Jamaica a whole year before, he wanted to confess to me that he had cheated then. And that is the woman who sent him that text. So then I said, then 1 whole year.
And
And
then now
she
she
still
sent that the
I
text.
said the other day. We said that doesn't sound right. That sound right. So anyway, I tried to take up the phone. Long story short, I tried to pick up the phone. I said I wanted to see what was going on in this phone because apparently, all that is going on. I'm in the dark
Well,
about things.
yeah,
If I get to look into this phone, it might enlighten me somewhat. So when I
yeah.
reach to pick up the phone, him jump up and grab me, put his hand on my neck. So me and him I wrestle for the phone. So while he put his hand on my neck, I grab his balls. So him squeeze my neck, so I squeeze the balls. Uh-huh. So eventually, after maybe about a minute, I'm like, I don't live like this. This is not my kind of life. I don't live like this. So I threw the phone on the bed. So see your phone. They're going to take your phone. Don't worry yourself. Go take your phone. So he let me go. I let him go. We go about our separate ways. I went down the stairs. When I'm downstairs, I heard him call my full name. So I hurry back up the stairs. He was on the phone calling 911
Ah, again.
again. So I said to him, is that the police you're calling? Because if it is the police you're calling, remember, if they come here tonight, you're going to go to jail. Because see the redness on my neck, I'm light colored. So, the little touchy touch,
Yeah.
my neck red. I say, yes, I see the redness on my neck there. So if the police come tonight, remember, say you're going to jail. Hear him to the police officer. Oh, no. I don't need anybody right now. Everything is under control. I look at him. I said, you are the devil in
He's
hell.
sick. He's sick.
Yes, I said, you are the devil.
He's
No,
sick.
no. I don't need anybody. Everything is okay. Everything is under control. So 2 days after that was the 16th of July. So now I'm not talking to him now. I'm not talking to him. I'm giving a silent treatment. So on the 16th of July now, I am in the kitchen in the evening. Him come in. I'm making dinner. The two little kids are sitting at the tea table. He comes in and he tries to hug me from behind, like me and him a big friend. So I shrug my shoulder like that. The leg go off of me. Don't touch me. And who tell me if I go do it over time? I drop my shoulder like that and don't touch me. The man said, why? You see how you lick me? You see how you're wicked? And he's turning his attention to the two little children. At the time, one was 3 and one was 6. So he turns his attention to the children, and as though he's trying to condition their mind,
That you were the one who hit them.
say, I am violent. He started, you see you lick me? You see you wicked? I'm gonna lick you, and I do I try to hug you, and you see you wicked, you see you lick me. And he kept saying that over and over in front of the children, almost as though he's addressing the children. He's talking to them. He's saying, see there, she licked me, as though he knows that sometime in the future, somebody is going to ask these children, have you ever seen your mom hit your dad? So I make sure so they pity them have implanted in their minds so they will say yes. So I ignore him, and he did his act, and I just ignore him, and I just kept cooking. And when he finished do the act, he walk off and go up the stairs. I finished cooking, I don't say a word. When I finished cooking, and I shared pick them food, he came back down the stairs and shared out him food and sit down across on the table from me and sit down and eat. And he don't say a word to me, and I don't say a word to him. Not a word.
He's sick.
Later on, I said to him, what you did, I saw what you did,
What's his name is saying good night. Unstoppable is saying good night.
Unstoppable there? What them know about me, goodie?
she's leaving. So.
Yeah, well, I can't see the chat, I don't know why. All right, see there. All right, now I'm seeing it. Shane Estelle is in the place. Oh,
yeah.
All right, good night, Sylvia. Sylvia is gone. All right, Sylvia, have a good night, my love. It's a pleasure. I keep you in my prayers, sister. I will keep you in my prayers. Shane and Estelle is in the place. How you doing, Shane? I haven't seen you in a long time, sis. All right, so the chat. All right, now I'm seeing the chat. Yeah. So they so I tell you, he come back down the stairs and the man sit down and eat. So when we were together that night, I said to him, I saw what you did today, I saw it. You're trying to convince the children that I'll fight you, that I hit you. You hear all the words that you use in front of the children? Tell them to me lick you, I'm gonna fight you. I live like this, you can't live like this. All of this that you have said in front of the children when you know fully darn well that I did not hit you. So anyway, that part of. So that's what he's talking about. That July 16th, he said I hit him.
Okay.
And he played it down. So unless you have read this entire thing, you might be confused if you just look at it one time and say, what is he talking about? Yes, man, she must have fighting. He couldn't have said him and stop me. You would have to get the context of everything that
went on,
went on for you to be able to make a good assessment and make a fair statement.
Yeah.
You understand? It says, that's not the life I want to live. Fighting shouldn't be your only resort. So right there, so you just conclude, that I am a fighter. I fight him, I beat him up in front of the kids. Yeah. Right there, so I'm a play himself now, I'm a victim, If I was the fighting type, we'd be at it so many times. I did dial 911 when you hit me, and I had all right to. At the same night that we're talking about, overtime. We're talking about that same night, That same night when we tell him, say, if the police come tonight, you're going to go to jail.
So why did he stop it then if you were the one who hit him?
If I was the one fighting you, why
did you stop?
Why you tell the police everything is okay when I said, if you met the police and come over here tonight, you're going to go to jail? Why you hang up the call? I did call 911 when you hit me, and I had all right too. Yes, you have all right, because of course, yes, if me lick you. If me raise me hand and put it to you, call the police. Yes. Yes, overtime. I'm a realist. It is the truth. It is the truth. If I raise my hand, because I was raised to keep my hands to myself and don't put my hands on people, and the only people me ever lick are my pitney them. My children get disciplined. Me no lick them get disciplined. And very rare, because my children can't remember one time when they get a spanking. You understand? But those are the people in this life that I would say that I have a right.
Yeah.
But not no
They're your
grown man.
kids.
No, but not no grown man. You do something I don't like. I ain't put my if you put your hand on me, then that's a different story. That's a different story. He said, I repeatedly told you the other night that you were hurting me and you squeezed. You hear him say the other night, you that thing says the night before. You hear he said, I continue to squeeze and pull. That was
Yeah.
the night from July, when
16.
when we were resting for the phone, him have me neck
Yeah.
and me have the balls. But when you read this, it sounds like 2 days
It
ago.
was 2 days, yeah.
Yes, it sounds like quite recent. It sounds like quite recent.
That's what I'm saying. When he was writing it, he didn't think about the words properly.
No, man. Then I saw it. Don't you go and when people are tell lie.
Because if you didn't think about the word properly,
They can't
you would
even remember what they're saying. When guys, listen to people that are
anybody in
talking.
the chat, everybody can. 4 people.
Jesus, have mercy upon my soul.
You show what unstoppable trouble. You are an amazing person.
Oh my
Lord,
God.
is that Lord?
That's my Lorraine right there. Lorraine, how
Yeah.
you doing? Oh, that's me tried Lorraine. God no, my mother raised me well. And I have tried. I've tried all my adult life to continue to be, a little ounce of decency.
Try to
Sometimes
try, yeah.
I have to tell them to go to HELL, but sometimes people provoke me to wrath and make me have to say things like that. But I mean, to my core, I am a good, decent person. And I always say, as I always tell my children, the only mistakes I think are that I've ever made in my life, the only things that I've done that I've regretted really is always,
Lauren is talking to you in the chat.
always when a man coming to the question, I only that time that me turn fool. The worst decisions I've
No, but
made.
now you put up with that one more than.
And this one, I really did. Okay, you are really
If
coming.
anybody that fight for the relationship was you.
Exactly.
You were the one that was fighting for a relationship.
Yes, but the funny thing about it, Overton, I don't know. It's just conflicting. It is conflicting
Yes.
because this is me. Once I have agreed to love you, I will love you. Once I have agreed that this is the route we're going to take, I will do my part.
You do your best to fight for it.
I will do my best to fight
You have
for
to,
it.
yeah, make it work.
I realized earlier on in that relationship that there was really nothing to fight for because he was not acting right and he would not change. But each time that I would offer him the option, each time that we would have a conversation about it, he made it seem as though, lad, you don't want to fight for a relationship. You always not fight for a relationship. Every time you have a problem, I say you're going to keep on a run left relationship. Yes, because me love my peace.
And there's
I love
nothing to fight for, so you have to run field, run left.
there is nothing.
Somebody just come in the chat.
That's my girl. Lashas is in the play. Lashas, how are you all the
Lascias.
baby, sugar? How is the baby? Guys, if you don't have Lashas, check her out. Yeah, so you see what I mean, Overton?
Yeah.
I'm not violent. I am a free thinker. And whenever anything is not, it's not going right, it's not going how it's supposed to be, I'm saying something to you. I'm saying to you that this is what I am seeing. And you are counteracting that by saying, I don't want to fight for the marriage. When you know deep in your heart that you are not fighting for the marriage, you are fighting to destroy the marriage.
Destroy it, yeah.
You are fighting to destroy it, but you are convincing me that if I take a stand for myself, I am destroying the marriage.
Yes.
So you see how conflicting that is, and it make me feel like how I feel and how I express to him that I feel is not valid.
Yeah. Lauren is saying, I got through something similar, Trev, but I joke about it now. One last problem.
One less problem.
One less problem.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
You
I joke
see,
about it now too, but you all know that I'm coming from hell. To be able to laugh about it now,
but
those
no,
are
you're at the place where you can laugh about it.
yes, I can laugh about it. And even I was telling somebody yesterday that I'm probably gonna have to change my name to Yamelin because somebody was saying that I was a real Yamela. Like you're a real Yamela for sit down and take all of this and all of that. I just say, well, I'm not Yamela, I'm probably Yamelin. Because I certainly sat there and got myself manipulated to the highest order. And
Yeah.
now I can laugh about it because what me I gonna do? I end up being victorious in the end because I remain true to myself and who I am. If
'Cause you
it
couldn't. There was nothing to. If you had fight fire with fire there, you would have maybe turn out worse.
it not maybe over time. Me know that end
Because
up a prison.
yeah, if you'd fight
Because a
fire with
prison
the
the man a
fire,
plan for me going on. A
yeah.
prison the man a plan for me going on. Remember, so the man start call police, make police reports, behind me back, to say that I'm violent and he's afraid of me. Was that supposed to be the groundwork or the precursor to him maybe shooting me? Because you see, in this letter here, he accused me of fighting him.
Yes.
He accused me of fighting him. So he's like he's making a paper trail to say I am violent. He's afraid of me. And then him call police and say me threaten him already. And then now him call back the police, but this time him hang up because I tell him say I'm gonna go to prison if God jail if the police come. So you see, all the cards are being stacked against me to
And
identify me as this violent
as a
person.
violent person, yeah.
So at that time, I had to sit down and say, "What wait? Something not right there, so because this man paint me paint a picture of me that I don't know. I don't know. Watch ya, plumber. Say me name Yamelin Plumber.
Yeah, man, in
Plumber,
plumber.
Yamelin Plumber. Plumber, me not play with you. I'm not playing. Say me Yamelin Plumber. How you doing, Plumber? How you doing, my friend? Yes, so once that I started observing that, I knew without a shadow of a doubt what was happening. I say, yes, this is a plan, this is a plot. So I have to govern myself accordingly. But the thing is, it looks like he wants me to take my things and leave. But
Trev, your
not
man called the police. My man is the idea.
my man is idiot. Trev, your man call the police, my man is idiot police. He call the police and tell the police that be threatening him. And then he call back the police the night me and him have a confrontation. And
Yeah.
say, and then I go tell the police, say, oh, everything is under control. Everything is under control. And the funny thing about it, me not believe in calling the police if you're not warranted, No call the police and waste civil servants' time.
But you can be arrested for it.
Yes!
You can
And
be
you
arrested for it.
get arrested for it too. Because you're not supposed to waste the police time like
And
that.
waste them time.
The police make up story when there are people out there robbing and killing people, police could have go spend them time
Yeah.
and address those issues. And you will waste time. I call police because you're trying to set up somebody. Come on, man. Come on now. I notice you're not visiting my house. Lord Jesus, plumber. So you're not the only person who noticed though. You're not the only person who noticed. I'm not visit them house, a long time. I'm not come over your house. After I see you every day upon TikTok.
You know what? I was looking. We follow each other on TikTok too.
Do we?
Yes,
Tell
I
me.
think so. I'm sure I saw you thing today on TikTok.
Oh, you saw me on TikTok today? What kind of
I'm
foolishness?
sure, yeah. I'm sure we follow each other on TikTok.
Well, that's me over TikTok. Over
Because when
TikTok,
I saw your face the other day on here, I'm thinking, where's I see this face before?
Oh, okay.
It was today now that I went on TikTok and I saw your profile come up. And I thought, oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, plumber. I'm coming at your house. See here, I am in your house, plumber. I am in your house because I want to see the trip to Jamaica. I gonna bring me back no bomb, you gonna bring me back anything, but I come talk about me for coming to your house. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. This is something. This is so refreshing for me because if you hear somebody if you, for overtime to be up here, guys, talking with me and deciphering this gullibaloo of whatever this is here. And I can laugh about it, because before, every time I read the letter, I have the original letter here, so every time I read it. But after I say this letter is a trophy, I'm not that shit way.
No, me not that. And I'd frame it and put it on the wall.
Yeah. this this is the letter of letters. When anybody
Yeah.
just a narcissist, wanna call me up, this is the letter. This is the narcissist letter. Claudette, how you doing, sugar? How are you? Notice you're not busy. Okay, how you doing, Claudette? So good to see you. So good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm not sure if it is your first time over here, Claudette, but if it is, thank you so much for coming. If you are a content creator, just leave me a little message, not on the live though. On one of my other videos, just leave me a comment. Even if you just leave a heart.
Yeah.
You leave a heart, if you,
And remember
whatever.
to subscribe after.
Yes, subscribe after you do that. So whatever you do, just leave it. And once you leave me a comment, I will come right back.
Right back, yeah.
I will come right back to you. Yes, some just laugh. Guys, if you are in the chat too and y'all see Overton, son of a king. But check out Overton channel, guys. Overton has lots of good things over there. You post any video lately, Overton?
Not today, not since I did the part, but I'm gonna do one today while I'm going home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna do another blog out when I'm going home today.
All right, it might pop up on my thing. Yes,
Yeah.
Lashes is in the thing. Yes, Lashes. So we are continuing to go with this.
For
This
yeah.
this I'm not gonna stay long because I have 9 minutes left. I'm gonna do this in 2 hours. Yeah,
Oh, let's
yes.
read through it first before you start talking again.
Before I start talking again, all right. You want me to read it from the top now? Come down to my
No,
ear.
no, just finish it.
Just finish the letter. I'm
Yeah.
gonna finish all the letter tonight.
Well, if you can't, then if you have got to do a two parts.
Yes. 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 Oh, you're back, well, Rich. Yes, I'm going to do it in 2 parts because there's absolutely no way I want to finish it all one time because there's a
While
lot of it.
which unstoppable.
Yes, there is
Well,
a lot of that I want to talk about that we have to talk
but
about.
this is also can help other people because there are people
Yes,
out there who are going through the same kind of situation out there.
yes, yes. And I said before to Overton, I think there is a network. I
Mm.
think there is a network of people who are doing this kind of thing. I think they're
Yeah.
linking up with each other and they are sharing pointers as to how to, find somebody to marry you, to give you the green card, and how you're gonna go about it, and what you're gonna do to the person, and how you're gonna play the victim. And I think they're sharing pointers with each
You
other.
know, this is the reason why I've been here. And I always people always ask, if I tell you, you know, I have no nice lady friend over there, and I always say to them, I will never introduce anybody to you guys because if anything happens, it is coming right back at me. So
Exactly.
I will never do that. When I came here, somebody offered to marry to me, and I knew I wasn't in love with the person. I told her it's not gonna work. Oh, but I can give you your paper. I said, listen, if I'm going to walk up the aisle, it's going to be for love,
There you go.
not for piece of paper.
There you go.
So it's when people make up their mind to do something, that's exactly what they're going to do. It doesn't matter what they want, what you think, or what you want to think. That's exactly what they're going to do.
Exactly. Exactly. Make up their minds about what they want to do, what they plan on doing. No matter what you do, they're going to do what they want to do.
And it doesn't matter if they're hurting you.
No, they don't care.
It doesn't matter.
They don't care. That's not their problem. They don't see it as their problem if they're hurting you.
Even if you're feeling hurt, they're not gonna stop to see.
All this come up, all this end up on this top there, so Overton. All right.
I am back. Wish Unstoppable said he's
While
going
Rich is
back.
back. Thank you for coming back, While Rich. Thank you so much for coming back.
Well Wish.
Lasha says you're listening. Lasha, you're listening. You're listening to the saga that is at Trev's life. That was well. I'm just sharing now all that I've been through so that you all can learn, especially the young people. You know, a lot of people these days are running to. I see people online running to Jamaica, running here to go find people to marry, running here. So, and you know the funny thing about it, Overton. After I come to America and went through my troubles, I said to myself, I would never go to Jamaica, go find somebody to marry to and bring them to America. I said, I would never do that. I'd resign myself. And
Yeah.
look what happened. I say I wouldn't go down there go marry nobody. And
But you
somebody come right in my house.
it usually happen like that when you tell yourself you're not doing something and you go back on your word, because sometimes that happens to me when I go back on my words. That's where I get hurt.
Mm-mm. What Laurie say, Trevor no green card me, I give them money, I straight citizenship better than Lorraine. Yeah, give them straight citizenship, Lorraine. Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. Nothing no wrong with that. Honestly speaking,
But you
people
see, the thing is, Trev, you
mhm,
see, if men were honest,
honest.
listen, may I come, and if you go help me get the green card, I wouldn't mind. But the love not there.
There
Let
you
me
go.
make up my mind.
There you go. There you go. Cause remember say
Yeah,
this as when me beg, when me beg, me say, I do not, I'm not, I didn't send for you. It's not like we met and we fell in love. I met you and boy meet girl, boy meet girl, and you're like
yeah.
that did not happen. You just was up in my place and then end up me did it together and next thing you know, you're up on your knee, you beg me to marry you and fi there with you. I mean like, it happened. Me like, it's
I
just
wonder
like,
what this you put yourself in.
what is me put myself in her? So it's not like I went out and go look for this person. So that element, with that element being missing, it felt different. You know what I mean? Because normally, in a relationship, you meet somebody,
You get your quote, and then you go move into a
support, and
marriage or
you
not.
get to
Yeah,
know each other, and and move forward. But this man just come in, boops, in my house, when you already on the same roof, I mean, I know you. And then boops,
he
yeah,
came with an idea.
exactly. And then boops, yeah, cook, yeah, do all of this. It's like we there. And then boops, next thing we there.
But the thing is, you see, the thing is, I know you want to finish this, but the thing is, if
And
he
go on.
knew that he didn't want a relationship, and he started out that good, he start cooking for you, making you feel comfortable. Why not continue that way until you get the green card? Then you say, "Listen, me gone."
But
Why?
that's exactly that's exactly what happened. Because
No, but
he just
even
didn't book
what
it.
I'm trying to say, he didn't have to do all of this. All of this, what he
Did not.
did. He didn't have to
All of
continue cooking the food, make you feel nice same way. Give you, and then when you get the paper, you go on about your business. You don't make the person feel uncomfortable.
exactly. You know, call police. I know me name down a police station. Me have to end up. Oh my God. Me have to end up now. Go do what I'm calling expungement.
For
Fi end up
clearing
God.
name.
Fi end up God jail for clear me. All this was this even necessary? What is even necessary? It's like you totally forgot where you came from,
He
how
put it
you
in
got there.
you're not he made it unnecessary.
It wasn't
Yeah.
necessary.
Yeah,
And
those
even
things that you didn't have to do.
didn't have to do.
No,
Didn't
he
have
didn't.
wasn't necessary
No.
to make up a story. It wasn't making it was necessary to tell a lie. It
Yeah.
wasn't necessary because I'd left the door open for you all the time. And I said, if you don't want to be here, you can leave because I know it. You are a young man. When you start go to your friend them and something, and your friend them are gonna say, oh, you're married to one woman older than you and she have much pity before you meet her. So you might if you're not strong enough, you might think that, Lord Jesus, no
Yeah,
sir.
well, that's what I'm saying. If you, your mind has to be there in the place.
have to be focused. Yes.
Because if you're not focused, one thing from a friend out there can push you off track.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, here are my vulnerabilities. I'm handing them right out there to you. You don't have to take it. You don't have to take it. But if you take it and treat it right. But you don't
Yeah,
have to take it.
exactly.
And you are there crying and telling me, yes, you are taking it. Da, 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 da. It's the tears for me. And I started discrediting the tears once he called the police and said I threatened him. And when he came back that day crying,
Yeah.
that's when I started to discredit his tears. Because that's when I realized, oh, you son of a gun. Yes, so you're using these tears all along.
Luscious saying, some of these men are wicked. Yes, some are, it is true. Some men are wicked.
Yeah, man. Just cruel. And women
Mm.
too, Luscious. Women too. She now make we get away
Yeah.
with that. Yeah, no, women too are cruel. Because believe me, I'm hearing so many stories. It is unbelievable of people doing, you cannot do these things to people. I just over the weekend somebody was telling me that there was this girl on Facebook that she's friend with, and the girl came to America on a visa, and she met this white dude. She And whatever she do, she convinced him, and he married her, and he petitioned for her, and all these good things. And the lady was telling me that all over social media, she always putting up the man's picture, and know him her soulmate, and God bless her, and all of these things, and him a go on and go on. She keep putting up things, putting up. Just say over the last few months, she ain't seen nothing. She ain't post nothing, and now she start posting and acting like would I be like this, like the man the same way? Because she posting stuff and
Yeah.
saying sometimes when you think people are good or people like no chat show shade pan the man.
Man. So she from good to bad.
Yes, so chat show shade pan the man now and whatever. So she said, all she do look at it and she said, you know what, look, I should get the green card, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like she get the green card. For now, she show shade pan the man, the same man that was her soulmate. So I know women do this kind of thing. The same man she said was her soulmate. I know she had to shade left and right after the man, after she get the green
Lawrence,
card.
Lawrence, Jamaican man can charm any woman out of them.
Them out of there. Overton, Overton is so proper. Overton doesn't want to say that word. Lorraine, behave yourself. You
No.
now come corrupt again, no. You now come corrupt again, Lorraine. You can't have any woman out of them.
It is
And
true. It is true.
too deep. And you have to fight your way back to reality. That is so true. I have fought my way back to reality. Guys, do not forget to hit the like button, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Welcome into the stream. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, now is a fantastic time to do so, guys, because you want to miss out on all good things, Trev. I can laugh at myself at any time. I can laugh at myself all the times. I will laugh at myself and all the ridiculously stupid decisions that I have made. So nobody can laugh after me or mock me more than I
But
can
the
mock
thing about it,
myself.
you're at this moment you're at the place where you can share it and laugh about it. Um,
Yes.
because if you weren't at the place to share it and laugh about it, then you would still be,
Yes, because before
yeah.
I was so ashamed. When people are telling me about something, should I shame myself? No. But like, lady, you can't tell me nothing about me should I shame myself. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I I met a man. The man fall in love with me. Me fall in love with the man. We married. The man never did want me. The man showed me him never did want me. Marriage over, marriage done. Now I'm sharing my story because of all that happened. What am I
Um,
supposed to put him over?
have you ever seen him since you departed? You part.
Yeah, me see him. Me not
Okay.
see him, but me see him. But me not looking
Okay.
at him because I don't look in his view. Lascious, that is just a part of the email that I received when my husband was leaving me. He sent me an email. So this is the email that we are deciphering tonight on the channel. Because on a Tuesday evening I usually do my red flag review, where I review a story offline where somebody shared their experience and we try to identify the red flags in the story. So tonight I am sharing this email and we are looking through it at the inconsistencies of it
So
and deciphering it, what it really means.
so if you miss part one, you have to go watch part one and come back to part two.
You will have to you are going to have to watch part one and
And
then come back to
come back to
part
part
two.
two. Yeah.
Come back to part two. But part two is going to come around. Part two is going to come around next week. And the part two is going to be the remainder of this
Of the
letter.
letter.
Yes, it's going to be the remainder of the letter because we want to know to see or when a narcissist starts thinking about destruction, when they start thinking about
They
destroying
don't care.
you, them not care. And some of the things they are doing and saying, they don't even realize that they are confusing themselves.
Yeah.
They don't even realize that they're confusing themselves because it's almost like inside of them there is something speaking to them to say, there's that inner person speaking to them to say what you're doing is cruel. So they try to speak in that light, and then externally there is another force that is
So
telling them
consciously, so internally there's a spirit talking to them, and consciously they are trying to put it to make sure that they are.
exactly. So they are confused. And
Yeah.
guys, some people might, this might evoke some kind of emotional feeling for some people of hatred, but for me it evokes pity because I feel absolute pity for this individual that you should have gone this far
It's
and
not
then
him.
back and
It's not
hope.
him that I'm sorry for. It's the next person that comes along.
Overton,
It's the next person that drops into that situation.
well, I know it won't be me, so I am nothing to worry about. It
Trev,
won't
you
be
have
me.
nothing to be ashamed because
I know
none
on
of
social
them
media,
has.
I'll share this for because you will be shocked. You are beautiful. God, enough respect. Yes, Lorraine.
That is true.
I'm telling you,
That
I
is
am not.
true.
Me used to be so afraid. I used to be so ashamed. Like people was like, when we say the man coming out of the house with 2 suitcases, and people say, then Trev, the man coming out of the house with 2 suitcases, and you not put him back through the door. I'm like, Lord Jesus, me shame. And I say, this man come in, and you making his sister your friend really bamboozle you? And I feel shame again. And I say, really, Trev, are you turning and you married to this man? A dollar for rub to two shilling for rub together and have nothing, and you end up married to him, pay for married, pay for green card, pay for send him to school. You're really yammed, you know. I mean, like, oh my god,
Yamabella.
yeah, yeah, yamelin. I'm like, and some people will say it
But
with a
you
little
see,
bit of
it's
panache,
not
but there
even
are
that, It's you see the kindness in your heart when you have a good heart.
yes, and not even that because even right now, I still have the good heart, but it wouldn't
Yeah.
happen. And it was the way I felt about the sister because this
Yeah.
guy by himself could not get me, so he
Yeah.
had to recruit his sister and his mother because him know how me feel about them. They know I feel about
Okay.
them.
So
So
yes.
once him give me the cockadoodle story and I called the sister and the mother confirmed that the story was true and me believe them.
Yes.
So right there, so me no longer doubting his story.
So
When
so so he knew. So he used that. He also used that to.
yes, yes. So the sister and the mother, they were in on it as well. Because when he came into my house, the first person I called was the sister. And I said, what is this? You
That's
can't just
him should
come.
have stick like a glue.
Yeah, you can't
Oh,
just come in at my
Black is
office.
saying good night, Trev.
Yeah. Look at me lovely oral. Oral, how you doing?
Oral Black.
Doing. Good to see you, oral. You understand me? I may a call, I may say, him can't just come in at my house so with the suit. Him not ask me. Nothing at all. Him just roll up and she a cry and she a say, oh my God. I'm a friend this now. My friend, I'm a friend now. Somebody will come at my house, me and her sleeping in the same bed, eat on the same pot, my friend. And she starts crying. She a cry and the mother a cry. So now me confused. She crying, the mom is crying, and he is
Also, the
crying.
sister is your friend.
The sister was my friend.
Okay.
The sister was my friend. And so when I called her to say, him coming out of the 2 suitcases, and disrespectful because he never asked me if him can come. And him just coming with 2 suitcases, and now him the year a cry and I say, how the cousin them put him out and say him can't come back to their house. But he never asked me if him gonna come in my house. And them something in right. And she a cry and the mother a cry. And I say, oh God, them wicked him. Can't believe them do that to him. And Trev, me I beg you. See if you can make him stay, make him have somewhere to stay for me, no, please. Come here, we're going to try and see if we find somebody else, see if he can go somewhere else or whatever. But for right now, you can't. So they knew how I felt about them, that I was going to say yes.
So he already knew that you would have said yes. So he didn't.
They knew. They knew that if once the sister and the mother is on it,
Yeah.
and they start crying and telling me that yes, it is true that they have put him out. He has nowhere to go. The sister, being my friend for all these years, she knew that no matter what, if she fall in a ditch, she could have always pick up the phone and call me. I would always be there for her. She knew that. And because she knew that, she used it to her advantage and my disadvantage. So she makes sure, so when we call her, she sounded as pitiful as she can. She and the mother sounded as pitiful as them can and say, yes, because them wicked to put him out. And he's right there at my feet, being pitiful to a boss. So
you have three cry baby in your ears.
So the three of them. So what would I do? What could I do? My heart would not have given me to put him out. If the sister had said to me, though, Trev, me don't know why am I talking about, me don't have nobody putting him out. I don't know. And if she had said that to me, then I would have room to pause and say, listen, brother, you cannot stay here. You got to go. I don't care where you go, but you got to go. But that didn't happen. She was crying. She was crying too. The mother was crying too. Everybody was and I begged me to make him stay. So I said, all right. I said, all right, make him stay. A little did I know.
Let me say something now, and this might sound funny. But you have to you're looking at this from all angles. Looking from the outside looking in, you're looking at all angles. So we still don't know if they did not make this plan before he came with his suitcase.
I still
if
believe
all of them came to that conclusion.
I believe they did. I have come to that conclusion.
Because from what you're saying, that's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
They came to a conclusion. They were already prepared.
Yes. So everybody was prepared as to what their part was going to be.
Apart from you.
Story. Yes. Their part was going to be in the story.
Yeah.
So when we marched in with the suitcases, the sister knew I was going to call her to find out what in the world is going on. And that's exactly how that played out, because I called her. And she started the color stories and the bawling, and so did the mother. So all me I gonna say, I lie to people, I'm telling them good Christian people, them we are deacon in a church. Me not expect them for wicked, so.
Oh my
so
God.
I believe.
Listen, my sister. It's right now, church people, don't care how good them is, they look. Let me tell you, I'm afraid of them. Yeah, when you say church people, I am afraid of them. I go to church. I love the Lord, and I love going to church. But I'm afraid of them like a puss.
Your friend knew you have a good heart. I think she knows something about her brother behavior. I know he wasn't a good person. They played you, but they're playing themselves. Exactly.
That's exactly what I think.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That's exactly what.
You were the only one that was in the dark.
Only me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I was the only one
that was in the dark.
They all knew what was happening. And the funny thing about it, the same cousin who to put him out. As the years went by in the marriage, I kept saying to him, it's kind of strange, that you had told me your cousin, she signed the paperwork for you to come to America. When you come, she put you out. But the two of your relationship never skip a beat. The two of them was because apparently the cousin was in on it as well. So I say your cousin, your relationship never skip a beat. And if somebody had signed my paperwork to say I could come to America to go to school and I was going to stay with them, and then when I got here, they put me out on the street, then there was going to be no conversation. We have nothing to talk about.
Exactly.
But on the contrary, you and this cousin are still so tight. The man start a piece of ball in the sea. I said, Trev, I saw when the wicked them things of them. Me say them, I said, yes, man, you have to talk to them because them are wicked. And no kidnap in your heart, man. Me not keep up nobody in my heart. Because guess what? When she thinks that she do the worst thing to me or the best thing she do to me, because if she never put me out, me uno end up the year with you. And see this, so you're the best thing ever happened to me. So I started to feel badly that I was sort of encouraging him not to talk to the cousin because she wicked. Because she put him out and she wicked. And
He
then
was
here
just playing the mind game on you there.
mind games, mind games. And here he is chastising me for having a valid feeling about this individual. But he is making sure, say, I have me right where I want me. I have Trevor right where I want her. Every turn she turn, she woke up in a me. Me have her right where I want her. And me, being the yamelin that I am, being the yamelin that I am, guys, make this man stay on my own. So till him could have gone down on him knees and ball and beg me for marry him. And me, the big old yamelin again, married to him knowing say I'm there pay for wedding. And knowing say I'm there pay for green card. Me, you know.
So
And
you literally pay for everything.
I paid for everything. I literally paid for everything. And the problem I'm say, when man say, Trev, I can't believe so God good to me so. I can't believe God so good to me. Put you in my part, I can't believe it. And when the man turn on the man say, after I remember all log on my head. Jesus, if you're not busy, take a look down here. Oh my God, guys. That's why I tell you all. I share my story. I laugh at myself because my laughing is my coping mechanism as well. But I share my story with y'all because I want you all to understand that even somebody is telling you to trust them, you have to be very careful. Do your due diligence, do your paperwork. Make sure you investigate the people you are trying to be with, because there are lots and lots and lots of unscrupulous people out there who are saying one thing and doing something else. And sometimes they are not even saying anything. We are the ones who are assuming.
That they're saying something.
Yes, we are the ones assuming that they are saying, I love you, I want to be with you, you are the only one. We are the ones assuming such. So I'm telling you, do not make assumptions. Watch out for yourselves.
Lorraine
Watch
says
out
sleep
for
is getting the better of her.
yourselves. Let's see, good night. Sleep getting the best of me. All right, Lorraine, sleep I get the best of me too. You know, so me have a whole heap of stuff to write. And I slept right here in this computer chair, and every week me wake up, me write another sentence. Fall back
Uh-oh.
asleep, wake up, write another sentence until I was able to finish the paper this morning. And I have a couple more to write before the week is out. So yeah, so I'm gonna write them. You know, guys, and a lot of people do not identify them not paying red flag no mind. They're not looking out for red flags at all.
No.
They are doing their own thing. The red flag them are flashing in your face. You like you wrap up yourself and go sleep with them. Rather than taking action. Rather than taking action for yourself. Whatever the case, guys, I don't know what you all are going through. I pray at this moment that whatever it is that you all are going through, if you are going through an abusive relationship, a manipulative partner, a partner who only thinks of themselves, a selfish partner who is trying to do everything only for themselves in the marriage. Because in my marriage, that was all. Everything was about this individual. Everything was about him, what he wanted. Everything. It had nothing at all to do with me. So that simply means that there was no togetherness it was not a marriage. It was just, he was just an individual doing his own thing. Okay? All right, guys, we're not going to be staying here too much longer. You have any parting words for the chat, Overton?
Not really. Just want to say it was good to be here, and I enjoy the conversation. And this is a lesson to all of us, not only women, also
Mm-hmm.
men, because it
Mm-hmm.
worked both way. It's
Work
a
both
lesson
ways.
to all of us, and we have to look into these things because yes, it do happen, and it happens in real life,
Yeah.
real life. Because I'm really. It's like right now I'm thinking, God knows, this guy, this something is really wrong with him, but who knows?
Yeah.
Just have
I
to,
mean,
yeah.
I
Because
mean,
as I said to you earlier, it could have been worse
it
if you
could
had fight fire
have
with fire.
been worse. And when I see, and trust me, if me did fight fire with fire, you know
It
how
would have
worse
been
it would be,
worse.
Everton? I would be in prison right now.
Yeah.
That was the plan.
And you're the innocent
That
party
was
there.
the plan. The plan was, yes. How me was going to convince people, say, me and a fight and I like the man I tell, when the man already had called the police and make much
Yeah.
police report. He was setting himself up as the victim from the beginning.
From day one, yeah.
From day one, he
Yeah.
was setting himself up to be the
If you had,
victim.
and that's why it's good sometimes when these things we have to play. If when my grandmother always say, when you're in a lion mode, you take time and take it out.
And dry out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
you did the right thing in doing what you
Oh
did, the
yes,
way you played it. You
I'm,
did the
I'm not
right
a
thing.
fighter. Never was a fighter. So when somebody thinks them are gonna cut me and you're gonna cut my kids and you're going to say me put them a jacket and all these things, the most hurtful words that you can find in your vocabulary, you use them because you are hoping that never
To
get
hurt
so
you that you would, yeah.
that there is gonna be a fight so that you can carry out your little agenda. So once me get mad now, I'm gonna lick you. That's going to validate the
Yes.
police reports that you had called in before. You're gonna say police do not believe
Then he would have got you right where he wanted you.
he would have get me right where he want me. He
Yeah.
would have had me right where he
Right where
wanted
he
me. This
wanted.
time, but I have to go come out of the house and go find somewhere to live. And oh yes. So he would have had me right where he wanted me. But thanks be to
You
God,
will lock up behind the bars and him
I
might
would
get
be
your
behind
house.
bars. You can believe me, yes, because he would be there. Or maybe my dead.
Well, anyway, yeah, could put it that way too, yeah.
Yes, maybe my dead because maybe he would have killed me because the man was so determined. So if we go with him, go hiking. Let me go on this story I thought. If we go with him, go hiking.
You have to save that part there for next evening.
Yes, you want to go hike up in a North Carolina bush, up in a North Carolina mountains. When me I go up in a
Oh
mountain, when you
my Lord.
beer and cougars, and me say me can't even fire gun.
You
I
never come
don't.
back.
You crazy? I mean, if you left me good bed. I mean, no be a man nothing. I mean, if you left me good bed
That time
and
you
go,
never come back.
exactly, and go with you up in the bush in the mountains where there are beer and all kind of wildlife. And when the bear grab me now, you go shoot me and say, "Are the bear you that try shoot?" I'm
Push
gonna
off of the mountain.
push me off of the mountain. Nobody no see me again. All right, and then you go say me run away because you
Oh, we
tell me.
can't find him in no party today.
What me no know when because me get her letter here, me send her the email here and tell her say me no want her no more. And from me send her the email, she act strange. And next thing me know she missed him. That time I used to have up in a mountain go chuck me off a hill. So me say no, brother. No, me say me not go away with you, brother. Me here how me now like to explore and me love sit down in a one box. Make me sit down in my one box. You see me sit down in my one box right here, so?
Sometimes it's best to sit down in the box.
Sit down in my one little box. You understand? So I
Yeah.
am glad the way it turned out. And I was on my story the other day, and there was a lady on there who said that or her husband did the same thing to her, but the difference is that she licked him.
She lick you.
She hit him. Yes, yeah, she married him, gave him the green card, and he did the same thing to her, trying to when he wanted to leave, starting to pretend that he was a victim and cursing at her and all of that, and she licked him, and she ended up get 6 months.
You see it there?
Hmm. She ended up get 6 months.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes,
exactly what
yes,
we want.
Oral, you have to watch it over.
Mhm.
You have to.
Yes, guys. So this is all this thing set. So
Yeah.
therefore, for the rest of this night here, guys, I'm going to be off of live for the rest of the night. I'm not gonna stay here, gonna draw me out. You don't have to be 5 hours. I know you all are. I come here for 1 hour, or drag me to two. I sit here
Two.
for 2 hours, or drag me to four. Think I'll drag me tonight? No. Oh no. It,
And thank you for sharing your story.
oh,
Thank
it's
you.
my pleasure. It
Yeah,
is
thank
my
you for sharing.
pleasure, Overton. It is my pleasure sharing with you all. I want you all to learn from it. In the same breath that you all are, saying, Lord, I'll make Yamelin sound like she sent about you. I'm going to take out on Papi Show. Yes, but make sure nobody not take you on Papi Show. So make the
Learn from
last
this one.
show be me.
Don't let it happen now. Yeah.
Make the last Papi Show and the last Yamelin be me. You supposed to learn from my story so that you don't become a Yamelin. Yeah, so that you not become
Exactly.
one. You
Exactly.
understand? So that is my message to you guys. That is my message to you all. And you can join us again next week. Next week Tuesday. Today what? Tuesday, right? Next week Tuesday.
Next
Same
Tuesday, yeah.
time, same time,
Well,
same.
Wednesday morning.
We are going to be going over the rest of
Finishing.
this email. We're going to be finishing off the rest of this email. So if you are coming into the live when this live is over, you might want to go back and watch it so that you have some context for next week when you join us. You will be able to have meaningful input
Good, yeah.
into the chat because you would have known what was spoken about before, so you wouldn't be so lost. Okay, guys?
Yes.
And
Okay
I want
then.
to say thank
Bye.
you to host Everton, son of a king.
Yes.
If you have not visited Overton's house, guys, go ahead and visit Overton's house. He will definitely return. We want
Just
to
leave me a message and
yeah,
I'll get back.
yes, just leave him a message. We want to see Everton grow. Want to see everybody grow. And if it's
Yeah.
your first time coming in, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and do not forget to leave me a comment outside of the live on one of my videos, and I will definitely get back to you because it's each one help one, and we all grow together. All
Yes.
right. So
Okay.
until
Good
next,
night.
thank you, Overton. Thank you so much, my
You're
friend.
welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. Bye.
All right. Bye bye. Have a good one. Okay, guys. So right now, let me enter the studio. So tonight now, I want to say thank you all guys for having come into the chat. Thank you all for contributing in the chat. For those of you who are coming here for the first time, thank you. For all my returning travelers, I want to say thank you. My sincere gratitudes to everybody who joined in the conversation tonight. I sincerely appreciate it. Right now, let me hide this so that you all can see me. So that you all can see what's going on here. All right. So here I am, guys. I want to say thank you so much for coming. I hope you all learned something from this. And I hope that whatever you learned, you will use it in your own life, in your own story. Do not be afraid to tell your story. I know there are lots of people out there who want to shame you, who want to silence you, want to tell you go back in a corner, where you go come out your ear dirty laundry. People have all kinds of things to say. And it is their mouth, so therefore they can say whatever they want to say. But remember, own your story. Your story is just that, your story. Do not be afraid to share your story. And if I can come up here and tell you all my story till now, me can laugh about it, guys, let me tell you, whatever it is that is holding you back, whatever it is that is making you feel so ashamed, I tell you tonight, shame can only live where there is no light. So shine light on that shame and bring it out into the open. so that somebody else can learn from it and you can grow from it. Until next time, guys, this is Trev from Trevessence reminding you that your journey matters. See you all next time, guys. Good night. Good night. Good night.